it's part of, the business of the NFL. And, I don't judge it or get too worked up about it. I know Adam
talked about Sam Cosmi.
Even thinking that he might be available for the
negotiations, but I'm curious as a coach, how do you handle that? Do you reach out to other coaches who have had a player hold out? Do you talk to the team? Do you reach out to Terry? How do you as a coach handle that?
No, I certainly don't need to reach out. To anybody else, and it's part of, the business of the NFL. And, I don't judge it or get too worked up about it. I know Adam and his team they're working as hard as they can, with Terry. And so the best thing I can do, honestly, in this space is put all the attention and the focus to go doing we love them. So I know they're working really hard to go do that, but it's part of the business of our league, and this happens on teams all over. And so the longer you've been in it, the more you recognize that's just part of how things go.
All right, a Locked On Commanders podcast host, David Harrison. He's covered the team for a long time. He knows the ins and outs. We talked a lot about Terry McLaurin, but there's a lot more going on here than Terry McLaurin. You talked about Sam Cosmi as well, because that's a key part of this team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That offensive lineman, he's the one who got the extension last year. Clearly a part of the future plans here for Washington. So to see him go down last year in that playoff game was absolutely heartbreaking, and just wondering about his future. Those knee injuries tend to take about 9 to 12 months to return from. So I was really surprised was Coach Quinn not necessarily ruling out the possibility that Sam is ready for the regular season. Also not wanting to hold him to that strict timeline, which I think is very important. But that just kind of shows that when Dan Quinn says he's hitting all the markers, he really, really means that he's hitting all those markers, because even thinking that he might be available for the beginning of the year is in the very early part of that recovery window, which shows, just the impressive work of the staff, Sam Cosmi himself and his dedication to doing what he's doing, because that's a big dude, relies a lot on that lower body power. Right. So for him to be able to recover that quickly to even be potentially returning for week one is just amazing.
Right. What else did you take away from what Coach Quinn was saying in his initial press conference from today?
Yeah, you always love hearing DQ talk about competition, right? Because he really means it. When he says things like, this is how we get down, he really means it. You see it on the practice field. I love that they're returning the end of game scenarios to end practices. We saw that a lot last year, a lot of red zone work, a lot of end of game scenarios, winning time scenarios, and it proved fruitful, right? The Commanders had so many games last year, winning on final drives or at the end of the game. It shows the value of that. So as the coaching staff evolves their plan and says, okay, where can we get better with what we're doing, also identifying what worked really, really well, and that was something obviously they pulled from it. So really excited to end every practice. Who doesn't want to end every practice with a game-winning situation? That's just the best way to wrap it up.
Right. All right. Last thing, key impact player that they brought in the offseason. Just pick, if you had to pick one, who do you think will have the biggest impact out of all the new players that they brought in?
So I think the biggest one has got to be left tackle Laremy Tunsil.
The protector.
Right. Protect the quarterback, right? The quarterback's the most important player on the field. So when you're protecting him better, even while you have Terry McLaurin holding out, or if injuries take place, if you have a quarterback who's protected, has that clean pocket. Jaden was one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he was clean, one of the best against the blitz as well. But when you have a clean pocket like that, that's how you accentuate guys like Olamide Zaccheaus last year, Jamison Crowder, and this year that's how you can help Luke McCaffrey, Noah Brown take those steps forward. Even Jalen Lane, clean quarterback, great quarterback, means your offense can do anything it wants.
All right. Thank you, sir. I know you got to get down to the practice. I'll let you go ahead. Thank you for making time for us. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on all things Commanders. Every newscast on WUSA 9, we're going to have updates on what's going on during training camp. Simone D'Alba's out here. Chick Hernandez, you saw him with the clean goatee. He's out here. Who else we out? John Duran is out here. We got staff. We got team. We got the team out here to cover the team. So stay tuned to WUSA 9 for all the coverage when it comes to Commanders training camp 2025-2026. And hopefully this will end with a run into the Super Bowl. All right, Allison and Annie, back to you.
All right, like you like to say, miss a morning, miss a lot. A lot of breaking news coming out of training camp today. Thank you, Wood.
Yes, yes.
As the official television station of the Burgundy and Gold, we're giving you greater access to players and coaches than